I'm Dr. B. Fox, and I help accomplished women to elevate their inner being and optimize their energy so that they can truly align their inner game with the outer world they have worked so hard for, and ultimately live life undefined by all the things that have held them back, that have kept them from truly just showing up and being the best version of themselves. And so today I want to come in and just share a little bit about myself with you guys. So, it's one of those things where I literally had the childhood, played soccer, played volleyball. I was a straight A student, mom and dad, still married, like everything is good, okay? So I go off to college and I'm playing Division I college soccer, and it was amazing. And shortly thereafter, okay, so here I am, I've had this, we'll call it perfect childhood. This just work hard, things come, right? You do the things, and you have these dreams and these goals, and as long as you work hard, it happens, okay? And so here I am, shortly after college, I'm playing semi-professional soccer in my original state, which was super great. And I have this game where a teammate of mine and I go up for a ball, and when we come down, she lands on my foot. And it took them months to figure out what was going on, almost a year, to really know why I was in so much pain. And so ultimately in that moment, the outlet that I had always had, the ability to just de-stress and build my confidence and just love my life was taken away from me. So surgery corrected the issue, but by then, the fact that my ultimately, the thing that I loved, that my outlet was taken away from me. So already in this downhill spiral, and then I was out with some friends, and I had been at a soccer game watching, come home, got ready, went out with some girlfriends, and had one drink at a bar, and didn't even finish the drink actually. And my girlfriends had left, they had to get up early in the morning. We were there with a big group, no one of which I knew, and I woke up cold and naked on a strange floor. And that ultimately changed my life. So I no longer had the outlet of soccer, and now I had the chemical changes, the reaction of being a victim, the disease and dysfunction that comes after trauma that we often see, digestive issues, struggling mentally, right? And often we have a choice. We don't realize it, but we either go this route of healing and getting into it right away, or we go this route of disease and dysfunction, we'll call it. And so being ultimately alone at this point in my life, I went down this road for a little while and made some really bad choices, you guys, choices I would have never made before, and not knowing why per se, but just making these choices. I didn't care. I put myself in positions where I was choosing to be there so that I wasn't vulnerable to someone else, and really went down this road, pretty dark road. Thankfully I stayed safe in it, but pretty dark road for some time, until one morning I literally just woke up bright and early, 3 a.m. I don't even know that it was bright, right? And I woke up and I was like, whoa, this is so not the life I want to live. And so I started doing some work. I started diving into counseling, trying to heal. Really I had no idea what to do. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know who to turn to. People that I had turned to basically didn't support me in the way that I needed to be supported. And so I ultimately felt like I was on this island alone. Cut to, still making not the best choices. Got into some relationships that ultimately were not the best relationships. I ended up being with a narcissist for many years, and that in the end was ultimately the thing that took me to my lowest, and I had to rebuild. I was in the middle of grad school when I hit rock bottom, when I left that relationship, and I was grateful for bodybuilding at the time, because it ultimately gave me the confidence and the inner strength, if you will, to just walk. No matter what was going to happen, I needed to be out of that. I knew there was more. I knew that life could be better. I didn't know what that looked like, and I didn't know if I could achieve it, but I knew this was not the life I wanted to live. And so that day I needed to make a decision, and I chose to walk. Hardest thing that I've ever done, and the 2 years following, harder. Drug through the mud, just everything you can think of, trying to finish grad school, all of the money racked up for attorney's fees, all the things, you guys. Yet deep down inside, deep down inside, I knew that wasn't the life that I needed to live. And I knew it wasn't the life I wanted. And so I just kept plugging away. And over the years, throughout my healing journey, I have created steps that have just really allowed me to go from this place of unfulfilled, lacking joy, chemical changes causing digestive issues and weight gain that, guys, I could have literally been anorexic and I still wouldn't have looked like it, because our body holds on to that, right? We go into protection mode, and that happens for a lot of us. And so we don't recognize how those dots connect. We know there's been a trauma at some point in our life, and we just don't know that those dots connect. And so ultimately, through the healing journey, finished grad school, dove right into my love of helping women with bowel, bladder, sexual dysfunction, and chronic pelvic pain. Probably came from my pelvic trauma that I felt just really drawn in to work with those women. And it has been amazing. And throughout my journey, realizing that so many of these women with pelvic issues had something from the past. And maybe that was layers, maybe it was one specific incident, but really had some kind of trauma or emotional abuse that had locked into that pelvic region and now causing dysfunction. And so I took off in a whole new world, diving into the Baral Institute and just really enhancing more of my visceral, emotional, somato-emotional, trauma release, and being able to work with so many clients one-on-one to help them unlock those things that are weighing them down, help them enhance the flow in their system so that they can truly just clear out the heaviness of the past, clear out that thing that is holding them back, or those things, and move forward into the life that they truly want to live, undefined by all those things, right? And one thing that I see a lot of is how we lose our identity somewhere along the way. We either lost it when it was taken from us that night, we've lost it by pouring into our kids and taking away from ourselves, we've lost it in our marriage, we've lost it in those narcissistic relationships, whatever that is for you. What I know is that we don't have to live like that. What I know is that if we put in the work and if we go on the journey, that the other side is freaking amazing, you guys. It's so amazing. And that is why I'm here. I am here to be able to take all the things that I've learned over the last 20 years, all the things that I've worked with clients over the last decade on, that I now can take and say, these are the things that work. These are the things that have the biggest bang for our buck. These are the things that when we implement them on a daily basis, we truly can unzip, walk through, and be the person that we want to be. And I want that for you. I love you, and I want that for you. And I know how freaking good it feels. And so let me help you if I can. You guys, I have many programs where I'm working with accomplished women to just truly clear out those blocks, unzip, and walk into that next phase of life that they really deserve. So you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my story. And I am so blessed to have had the things happen for me so that I now can take that and pour into you. Be well.